If you feel like you never have enough time for the things that you actually want to do, then this is for you. I stumbled across a saying a couple of months ago, I think, quite a while ago already. But it said a lot of people want to live their dream full time, but are not even willing to live it part time. And this really hit me because a lot of times we're just excusing ourselves from not doing the thing that we want to do because we think we need so much time. We need so much time to get this thing done. We need so much time to practice. We need so much time to create. And while there's some truth behind that, especially when you want to go into depth, it's good to have 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours of doing that. But if you never even start with the time that you have, you're never going to get to the space, to the reality where you can do this full time, the thing that you want to do. So a lot of times, all it takes is just a little time, just a few minutes every day. And when you think about it, you might say this is ridiculous. Like, I want to get in shape. Let's say you're out of shape and you say, I want to get in shape, but I'm so stressed. I work 60 hours per week and never find time to exercise. I'm never going to get out of there. So how you telling me like 5 minutes a day is going to make a change? Yes. You know why? Because you're going to get into the action. And when you get into the action, usually you'll find more time. Usually you find time to carve out more time. But if you never get into the action, you just think of the time that's not here, then you're constantly worrying about it and you are in inertia. And when you're in inertia, that's when it's the hardest to move. That's when that's the state where it's the hardest to get anything done because you're not in the flow yet. But how do you get into the flow? By starting with simple actions. And even if you only take 5 minutes per day for whatever it is that you want to do, but let's say you start to exercise, you will make progress. Even if it's not going to be fast, you will make progress. Do this for 90 days. Exercise for 5 minutes for 90 days. High intensity. Do burpees. Do jumping jacks. Go for sprints. You're going to be in better shape if you eat right as well, of course. No doubt. And you have 5 minutes. Everyone has 5 minutes. Or let's say 3 minutes. Even 3 minutes per day. Or even if you're so out of shape, start with 1 push-up. Because you know what's so good about that as well? You start to show yourself that you're showing up. It's not just a thought. It's not just a thought, oh, I wish I would be in shape. You actually start doing something and you show to yourself and the universe that you're willing to create this reality. You step out of fear and you start proving to yourself that you are willing to become this person. Because how would this fit and healthy person of you, how would it act? How would he or she act? If you're not doing any of the actions that he or she would do, how can you expect to become that person? So, if you don't have a lot of time, take a little time. Take little steps every day. And often it's just the simple things. We underestimate the simple things. The simple things can cause big things. It causes a snowball effect. It's like you standing in front of the hill and it just seems like there's this huge stone in front of you, this huge rock. And you try to push it and you try to push it. And at the beginning you just make like little progress. It just moves slightly. But all of a sudden you're at the cliff and the cliff might be, the hill might be at like this in the beginning. And it starts to go a little down. And all of a sudden, boom, it goes down sharp. And you find the strength to push it. And then it starts rolling and it rolls faster and faster. But why does it happen? Because you did these little pushes step by step. In the beginning, it seemed like nothing started to move, but you showing up consistently, you doing it consistently, these little simple things, they make a huge difference in your life. And in that case, with the rock that then rolls downhill. So whatever it is, your health, your creativity, your relationships, just find these tiny things that will make a difference, that are easy to do or easy not to do. Because the thing is, doing 1 push-up is not hard, but it's also easy not to do. And it's just a choice in the moment choices that you make. And you also gotta look at it like this. What does it cost you of not doing it? What does it cost you to keep on living the same way that you're living now? If you're not happy with it, that's not gonna change if you're not gonna do anything else. Or if you're not looking at things in a different way. Sometimes it's just a perspective that you need to change. And usually when you change your perspective, you change your feelings. And when you change your feelings, you change your destiny. Because feelings create reality. But it starts with your thoughts, and then you have to act out the thought. Because if you don't act it out, it's still signaling to yourself and to the universe that you are not ready to do what you say. You're not ready to live what you actually in sending out as an intention. And that's why it's so important to align yourself, your actions, with your thoughts and with your words and your emotions. And usually when you take the actions, great things start to happen. The little things become the great things, but you have to start somewhere. So if you don't have enough time, carve out a little time. If you want to become an artist, like I'm an artist, I practice the guitar every day. I wanted to start learning the guitar because I was just producing before and writing songs. That's my strength. But I wanted to learn an instrument as well. In the beginning, I thought I have to spend hours practicing the guitar every day. Would be great. I want to get to the point where I can have a lot of time doing that. But I just told myself, you know what, let me just do 15 minutes. Been doing that for around 90 days now. Now I can play some songs, and I notice how it got better, you know. And that goes with everything else. And usually I have days where I'm doing more. And that's just an example. You can apply it for everything that you want to do. If you want to get better, if you want to live that dream that you have in your heart, that you have that desire, if you want to fulfill this desire that's in your heart, you have to start aligning your actions with your intentions. And it doesn't have to be that big action. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to post 3 times per day. You don't have to spend 4 hours every day doing something. Nah, just start with 5 minutes. And when you if you start doing these 5 minutes and you start enjoying these 5 minutes, then you probably will carve up more time, because you notice how it makes you feel better. When you're working out, it's that thing. When you work out and you feel how it makes you feel, you want to do more. But you have to start. And in the beginning, you even have to force yourself a bit, because it's the old self that's trying to hold you back. It's the old self, the familiar self, that says, hey, this is where we are comfortable. I don't want to step out of this. Come back, you know. But when you are willing to change something, when you're willing to do it consistently, that becomes your new identity. That becomes who you are. And you will create more space. You will create more time for it. And also another thing is to ask yourself, where you wasting time. Maybe you're watching a lot of TV. Maybe you spend a lot of time scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. Maybe just carve out 5 minutes from there if you say you don't have enough time, you know. Just track your time. Be conscious of how you spend your time, because your time is valuable, and all you really have in this life is your time and your existence. Not to stress you or to make you feel fearful or anything, but it's good to keep in mind that we are not here forever, and that the next day is not granted. We take it for granted, and we think it's as like the sun rises every day, and we take it for granted because we know the sun will rise. But it's not sure that we're going to rise again tomorrow. So every day you wake up is a gift, and it's an opportunity to create a beautiful life, not just for yourself, but also for the people that you love, and not just the people that you know, but also the people that are here on this planet, the beings that are here on this planet. So, gotta ask yourself, do I want to keep on excusing myself? Or do I want to start carving out a little time every day and then just build on that? And when you do, you will find more time to do what you love. But start with 3 minutes, start with 5 minutes, start with 1 push-up, start with little actions, and do these actions consistently. Ideally for 3 weeks, because there's a saying that it takes 21 days to start a new habit. But ideally for a longer time. But just focus on that one day. Then on the next day, and then let's say you focus on 1 week, and then you focus on 2 weeks, and then you got 3 weeks in, and then you focus on 90 days, and all of a sudden you do it automatically because it's just a part of you, and you created something beautiful for yourself, and you're not the same person that you used to be. So if you feel like you don't have enough time, take a little time for the things you love, and also check in with how you spend your time. And when you do that, if you check in with the time, how you spend it, you will find a little time for the things you want to do. And when you do a little bit, if you invest a little time for the things that you want to do, you will create more time to do more of what you love. But you have to start somewhere. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, share it with a friend. I thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. I'm Law Heru, and this is the Way of Law. One love.